Chapter 24. Rachel. After the bathroom, I lay back down with my amazing boyfriend and go back to sleep. Waking up a few hours later, I see Chris sitting in bed, leaning back on the headboard, playing on his phone. "What time is it?" I ask, trying to wake up.
9:23?
He says with a smile, kissing me as he adds,
"Let's get something to eat, then I'll take you shopping."
Setting up, I notice Chris running his eyes up and down my body, so I look down and notice I am still naked. "No," I tease, and get up to get dressed, as he whines like a puppy. Pulling out jeans and a shirt, I think of something, so I walk back out to the room to find Chris isn't there. Walking in the living room, I find him on the couch on his phone. "Has anyone ever told you no before?" I ask, making him laugh as he shakes his head. "What are you doing?" I ask, as I put on my shoes.
"Work stuff,"
is all he says. "That explains a lot," I say, very sarcastically. As he looks at me,
"I have a new hotel being built in Germany and a dealership. I have to go out there next week to sign off on everything for both,"
he says. I smile that he is honest about it. "I wished I could go with you," I whine, as he whispers,
"Me too."
Getting on the bike, Chris asks,
"Where to?"
I just shrug because I don't really care, laughing as he gets on the bike, but stops for a moment, making me stop. Sliding back, he pats the seat in front of him. "I don't know how to drive a bike." I pout.
"I know,"
he says with a smile and pats the seat again. Getting on the bike, I am very nervous. I don't want to hurt him or his bike.
"Relax, baby,"
Chris says, and puts his hands on the handlebars. I put my hands on his hands, but he moves his hands so mine are under his.
"It's the same as a standard. Think bike and car mixed."
Making me laugh at him because it is stupid but true.
"Go to your house. We will take your car shopping,"
he adds. Getting off, he opens the gate and locks it behind us. I'm still scared, but he doesn't seem to be, so that is helping. He holds my hands the whole time, so pretty much he is driving with me in front of him. Pulling in the backyard, I see everyone out there. Getting off the bike, they all look at me, making me laugh.
"You let her drive that?"
Josh asks.
"Why not?"
is all Chris answers, making Dad laugh. I walk over to Mom. "So, what did y'all eat?" but get cut off.
"I was going to take you out to eat, Manoj,"
Chris says, so I turn to him. "No," I say, and walk in the house as he follows me.
"He looks like a lost puppy following her,"
I hear Josh say, making me laugh. As we step inside, I turn to Chris. "My puppy," making him laugh as I kiss him. Walking in the kitchen, I look in the fridge for something to eat. Finding eggs, I pull them out and hand them to Chris, making him laugh. Getting out everything he needs to cook, I jump up on the counter to watch him. After he starts the eggs, he walks over to stand between my legs, making me smile as I hug him. Kissing his neck, he shivers, making me laugh, as he just looks at me. "What?" I joke, but he doesn't get to answer before everyone walks in the kitchen. Just as the eggs are getting done, there is a knock on the door. So I go to open it, finding Max and Bethany, so I laugh and then let them in as I ask, "Are y'all going shopping with us?"
"Is that okay?"
Bethany asks me, so I nod. Going back to the kitchen, I sit in Chris's lap to eat. I keep feeding Chris, making Max laugh.
"So, are you like a bodyguard?"
Josh asks Max. So I turn to them.
"I'm whatever he needs me to be."
Max laughs as Chris smiles.
"Man, how much do you get paid?"
Josh asks, making me annoyed that he even asked. "It doesn't matter, Josh," I grit out.
"It was just a question."
He protests.
"He doesn't pay me,"
Max says, so I turn to Chris, but he doesn't seem to care.
"Not that it matters, but why not?"
Dad asks.
"He hasn't paid me in years."
Max says, and pulls out a card.
He gave this to me a long time ago. I have no clue what's on it.
He says, as he looks at Chris.
Don't know, don't care.
Chris answers.
So shopping, where are we going?
Bethany asks, and I am glad for the subject change. I just shrug because I really don't know, but turn to Chris. Can Liz come? I ask.
Whatever you want, Minaj.
He answers.
What?
My brother asks, making me laugh. Manaj. I repeat.
What?
He asks again, as Chris tells him,
My angel.
That is so sweet.
Mom says with a smile. Pulling out my phone, I text Liz. I'm going shopping with Chris. Do you want to come?
Can James come too?
So I show Chris the text, but he only kisses my neck, so I text her. Sure.
Be there soon.
Putting out my phone, I wash my plate and the few dishes, then go to my room. It doesn't take long for Chris to knock on the door. Finally, I tease. Are you sure you want to take me shopping? I ask him, really worried of what he is thinking.
I offered, baby.
He says, walking over to me. Not sure what to say or do, I lay back on the bed as Chris watches my every move. Just to tease him, I start to rub my sex through my jeans.
Can I do that?
He whispers, still watching my hand. Do what? I ask, in a playful voice.
Touch you?
He whispers, and I notice he is getting hard. Standing up, I lean into him, making sure to brush against his hard dick as I whisper, nope, and head to the door. Just as I grab the doorknob, he wraps his arms around me as he whispers,
You will be the death of me.
Making me laugh. Shaking my ass against him, he moans into my neck.
Rachel!
I hear Liz yell, so I tell my boyfriend, I guess we have to finish this later.
No way. We finish this now.
He says as Chris spins me and picks me up. Pushing my back against the door, he starts to grind his hips into me, making me moan. There is a house full of people, Chris. I pant out as he laughs. Walking over to the bed, he lays me down.
So, stay quiet.
He whispers as he unbuttons my jeans. Just before he pulls them down, there is a knock at the door.
Rachel, your friends are waiting.
Dad says. Fussing under his breath, Chris stands up and repositions his heart-on. I will take care of that later, I whisper as I button up my jeans.
I don't want to wait until later.
He whines like a little kid. I'm not worth the wait? I ask as he freezes.
Yes, you are.
Walking in the living room, Liz starts to laugh, so I ask, what? But she only shakes her head. As we get out to the cars, Max and Bethany go to their car, and the rest of us get in my car. Pulling out of the driveway, James asks,
That teasing shit sucks, huh?
Making Chris turn around to him. Chris doesn't say anything as Liz laughs so hard. I feel bad for teasing him. I really do. Pulling into the store, I park and get out. Chris hasn't said anything the whole time, so I'm worried. Sorry, I whisper, as we walk inside.
For?
Chris asks me, as he puts on a hat and shades. I look back to see Max doing the same thing. Is he embarrassed to be seen with me?
It has nothing to do with you.
Bethany whispers, giving me a smile.
I would say you get used to it, but hell, I am still not used to it.
She adds with a frown. I step back so I am between James and Liz, then whisper, Is he mad?
You could ask him.
Liz says, but when I give her an evil look, James answers.
If you do anything like what she does...
He starts, putting his arm around his girl.
No, he isn't mad. He is horny and trying to hide it.
James finishes. Walking back up to Chris, he puts his arm around me. We walk around for hours, throwing stuff in the buggy. Not just food, but a few other things we need for the cabin. When we are done, we head to the cabin. After we have everything put up, Chris asks,
Boys, can you two help with something?
So they walk outside.
Wow, this is so nice.
Liz says, walking around the place again. Sitting at the bar with Bethany, Liz adds,
So what, he bought this place to fuck you?
making me spit out my water. No, I fuss, as both girls laugh. So, how did you and Max meet? I asked Bethany, wanting to talk about something else.
We met in school, long before he met Chris.
She says with a smile. Why does everyone say Chris is an ass? I ask, since, hell, even I have said Preston is an ass.
Because he is.
She answers with a laugh, then adds,
We just ignore him most of the time. Why does everyone call him Preston instead of Chris?
Liz asks.
Because not many people really know his first name, and even fewer know what he even looks like.
She says, smiling at me. So, you knew him before the tattoos and piercings? I ask, very curious.
Since he was 14.
She answers me as the boys walk back in. Walking over to me, Chris puts his arms around me and lays his head on my shoulder as Bethany smiles.
Want to go out to my house?
Max asks. So I look at Chris. Maybe later, I say, very shy.
We will go. Chris knows how to get out there.
James says with a laugh, then adds,
You will love it, baby.
Kissing the top of Liz's head. As everyone leaves, I lock the door and look at Chris, who is on a bar stool, thinking for a minute before saying, You get 30 minutes. He laughs as he walks over, picking me up. Taking me to the room, he lays me on the bed and says,
30 minutes isn't long enough.
Laughing, I reply, I said you get 30 minutes. After that, I get to do whatever I want to you. He wastes no time taking off my clothes as I pant, Slow down, baby.
Sorry,
He whispers as he slows down, but now he is going way too slow. Pushing him, I roll him on his back as he laughs.
What happened to my 30 minutes?
I don't say anything as I sit on his rock-hard dick. Still want that 30 minutes? I tease.
Hell no.
He pants, putting his hands on my hips. I ride his dick as fast as I can for several minutes before he flips us over, making me laugh. Setting up so he is on his knees, he pulls me closer and slides into me. I watch where we are joined, and when I look up at him, I see he is doing the same thing. Bringing my hands up, I rub his abs. Damn, he is fine. I move my hands so they are holding his. I love you, I pan out.
I love you, Manhaj.
He says, as he looks into my eyes. After countless orgasms, he falls on the bed next to me. I am so tired, I just want to go to sleep, but our friends are waiting on us. Shower, then leave? I whisper, looking over at Chris.
Nap, then go.
Chris finally says, pulling me close to him. I'm so tired, I just cuddle up next to him and go to sleep. Waking up, I hear the shower, so I go to the bathroom to find Chris. Getting in the shower with him, he kisses my neck as he hands me the soap. After we get washed up, we leave, and since he knows where we are going, I just give him the keys. Pulling up to a gate, Chris puts in a code and it opens. He drives for what feels like forever before I can see the house. This place is fancy for sure. The 2-story house is so beautiful. Driving around the side of the house, Chris pulls into a garage. Getting out, I look around and see so many amazing cars. I completely forgot about Chris as he walks up, looking at the cars. There has to be 15 or 20 cars in here.
Like what you see?
He whispers in my ear, making me jump. These are Max's cars? I ask, still looking at them.
Some.
Chris says, so I turn around. I walk to the door, not saying anything, as Chris rushes behind me, grabbing my arm.
Talk to me,
He says, with a sad expression. This, I say, as I wave my hand at the cars, is not why I'm dating you. I finish. Smiling, he says,
I know.
and hugs me, so I smile. Getting round to the back of the house, I find everyone in the pool. I didn't bring a swimsuit with me, so I turn to Chris. Shirt, I say, grabbing at the bottom of it. Taking off his shirt, he hands it to me. Bathroom? I whisper.
Through the door, down the hall.
Oh no, I'm not getting lost. You show me. I cut him off, grabbing his hand. As we walk inside, I hear from the pool.
He is nicer than James. He let me get lost.
Liz says, so I laugh.
Hell, baby, even I get lost here.
He protests.
His house. If he gets lost, I will laugh.
Max says, so I turn to Chris. This is his house? He doesn't say anything as he glares at Max.
You live here.
He finally grits.
Max, stop before you piss him off.
Bethany says, very annoyed.
Too late.
Max jokes, but I pull Chris inside. He doesn't talk the whole way to the bathroom, so when I walk in, I pull him with me. I don't care about any of this, or what you have. I just want you, I say, as I put my hands on both sides of his face.
You're amazing, you know that.
He says, making me laugh. Yes, I know that. We spend the rest of the night playing in the pool, listening to music, and eating barbecue. Chris made some food that was to die for. When me and Liz started to get tired, we left, taking the other two home, then going back to the cabin. I get one more day with Chris before it is back to school, and he is going to Germany for no clue how long. Bethany said I could come over anytime I wanted, so I thought that was cool. I think I will go out there one day while they're gone and maybe get some questions answered. Although I keep getting told I know Chris better than anyone, so maybe she won't be able to answer my questions. Thinking about it, maybe I want to just find this stuff out on my own.